Hello and welcome back to Soundstage. I'm your host, Kennedy Coates.
And I'm your host, Justin Hio. We've got a great show for you tonight with a performance from Murie. Enjoy!
Welcome to Soundstage. We are so excited to have you here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here as well.
For sure. All right, let's jump right into it. So, when did you first start songwriting?
I first started songwriting when I was in 3rd grade. I call my music poetry with music. So after the death of my grandpa, I had a lot of emotions I needed to process, and since I'm an internal processor, I found myself writing a lot of poetry, and from that grew into also pairing that kind of free form with my guitar in the background when I started playing guitar, and then from that it kind of just evolved from there. But since I was in 3rd grade, but actual songs since I was 12.
Very, very, very cool. So you talked about starting with kind of using music to process your emotions. Has the purpose of songwriting in your life evolved over time? Would you say it's been pretty consistent?
The purpose has evolved, but the starting point has not. I'm someone who always starts with that ball of emotion. Like, I've literally, like, sometimes ran out of class where I'm like, I literally need, like, I feel just like a ball of energy, like, right here, and it needs to come out. So, like, I remember one time I was in American Studies class, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, yep, okay, this feels like Harry Styles describes it as like a wave. So I like ran home and I was like, yeah, but it always starts from that place of just like needing to come out. But I feel like now the purpose of writing is for other people, so I tailor and I craft it a lot more. So before I'd kind of leave them a little bit unfinished, like when I first started off, like the purpose would be to get out the emotion. However, the emotion would never be in the form of a song. It'd be like maybe a couple verses, a chorus there, and just a whole bunch of like bits and pieces, but never a cohesive song. But now, since I've started doing it as my career and like getting feedback from other people, now the purpose of it is to relay that emotion to other people, so to make it in more like compactable, more, you know, like easily enjoyable form.
Very, very cool. Okay, so you put a lot of thought into your music. It sounds like it's very personal to you. So you start your process with emotion. Do you think that makes it hard for you to edit later on? Like, do you get super attached to what you write and then like you don't want to cut anything?
Yes, I do have that tendency a lot. I have a lot of stories where, actually I have this thing where, so a lot of my songs are about an ex-boyfriend that I had, or ex-lover that I had in like high school or like middle school, and I would revisit and rewrite like those songs like once about every year, and I was always text them. I'm like, oh, by the way, if you happen to like get some like late night voicemails or something like that, or just like a lot of emotional reaction from me within the next coming weeks, it's because I'm editing the songs about you. And so whenever I put myself, it's like honestly kind of dangerous to like rewrite when they're super like emotional based, because you have to put yourself in the emotion that you are in. So like even if I wasn't feeling that emotion towards like a certain person that the song's about, I have to put myself in the emotion in order to edit it, and that can be very emotionally draining. But yeah, I do find it hard to edit, and I also find it hard to give away songs, because like there are songs that I know don't fit my vibe as an artist, but that I've written, but I don't want to give away because I'm like, that's my song.
Yeah,
you know?
'Cause I was gonna say, like, do you ever write anything and you're like, oh, this isn't really for me?
Yeah.
Especially since like everything you write comes from like your emotions. Like, do you
Yeah.
ever produce something and you're like, I don't know if I really love this, even though like it came from like very deep inside of you?
Yes, definitely. A lot of things. I would say a majority of my songs, like 20 of my songs, I would say, I don't really super vibe with right now, because I feel like I've finally come into my voice within like the last year or two. So any song before that, I go back and I listen to them like, that doesn't fit my voice the way I want it to, or that's not the chord progression that I would like. That's a little bit more poppy, or like more like R&B that I would like to present my image for. So that actually does happen a lot. But so it's like this weird battle of finding like, well, they don't fit me, but I also don't want to give them away, because But that's ultimately the goal, you know, finding, actually, Babyface came and talked in one of my classes, and he said he would do whatever is best for the song. So, like, I want to start, like, creating with that mentality. It's like, it's not about me. It's about, like, it's about the song. And honestly, like, I believe that creativity is like a vessel, and, like, we open ourselves up to that vessel. So, like, that's selfish of me to think that they're my songs. They're not my songs. I just happen to be the being in which, like, put that into, like, in its form. So to hold on to it, like, that's scrapping the potential of what art could be. It's like you have to let it run, you know, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a really great way to think about that. I never would have thought about it like that. Wow. I love that. All right. So you are a music industry major and a psychology minor. So how do you think those two very different disciplines come together and influence your songwriting?
They influence my songwriting in many ways. One, more practical side, music industry makes me all about the business, so I know how to monetize and actually make my career for that, which is one thing that I was worried about, like going in, I had a bunch of fears. I'm like, this is what I love to do, but starving artists, man, like people don't make money, which is not super true. But there is a lot of gatekeeping on how to make the money, so it's nice to know and fully understand, because there is a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot of different avenues and little things that you need to create the money. So that's how music industry has, like, influenced my songs, so I can spend my whole life doing what I love, you know. And psychology, of course, influences my music because it connects all the little dots. It, like, takes all the bits and pieces of, like, how I want to inform people just about, like, what is a healthy and what is an unhealthy relationship, and just kind of the nuances of just little relational aspects, I feel like. So, yeah. And psychology makes me psychoanalyze everything. Like, right now I'm taking a close relationships class, and every single one of my close relationships, I'm like, this. I'm like, oh, it's this, and then that, which actually my teacher said at the beginning of the year. She's like, be aware you will analyze every single person who is close to you, and you won't, like, it's going to take an emotional toll. So I feel like although it takes an emotional toll, it's beneficial because you get all the little juicy bits, you know, and put them in, like, super nuanced emotion.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like that means, like, you really know what you're learning.
Yes.
Because if you can apply it to what you're doing in real life, then it really stuck with you. So I feel like that's a good thing in a way.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so how has your faith influenced your music, and has it changed the way you write and perform over time?
Yeah, my faith has not only changed my music, but also changed my life. After it, I grew up Catholic, and I was kind of like, I mean, I learned, but it wasn't really my own. And then recently, like over the past couple of years, I, like, made an active movement to put it towards, I mean, with the help of others and stuff, to put it towards in the center of my life. And from that, literally everything changed. I feel like everything changed, but nothing changed. My intentionality with how I chose to live my life really changed, which impacted my music so much. And just like my artistry in general, I feel like now I'm able to perform in a way that uplifts who I am as a person. I feel like a lot of my life I put on performances of what I think I should be doing rather than, like, what is actually coming from, like, within. So being, like, confident in my faith has made me confident of who I actually am, because it lifts up just, like, human dignity in, like, all forms, but also in, like, the individual sense. So it has made me trust, like, my ideas and everything. So just allowing it to do that, and, like, also regards to music and just, like, the lyrics that I write, it has allowed me to just, like, align with, like, the truths of the world. So it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. I get such, like, a centering vibe from you. I love it. All right, so we're moving on to the next section of our interview, and it's called Hot Seat. I'm going to give you some very rapid questions, and you're going to give me some rapid answers.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Is cereal a soup?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, very quick. Have you thought about that before?
It's just not. I think soup is yummy. I mean, cereal is yummy. Soup is, like, hot.
Okay.
In my mind.
How do you remove your Band-Aids?
Quickly.
Nice. Okay, smart. What is your least favorite letter in the alphabet?
Sorry. X. I almost said something. I don't know. Actually, no, that's not true. I don't know. I'd X.
X.
Sure.
Okay. Are you available to play my little cousin's birthday party this weekend?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Let's go.
Thank you. Solid. Okay. How would you feel about popping out of a cake?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I've done it
love
before. That was last
You've done
year.
it
Remember
before?
we did that?
Ah,
Yeah.
look at that.
Just
You could speak one other language. What would it be?
German. No.
Well, thank you so much. I had a great time talking to you.
Had a wonderful
We're going to
time.
take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back to hear you sing.
Down of a sinner, but you better go far from me. Don't you ever go far from me. 'Cause I've been laughing with the cat by your side. Hold her close and see to you.
And my eyes know I'm blind, but I haven't woke.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No worries. What are you listening to?
It's USC's music show. This is the host, Kennedy.
Hi, my name is Kennedy Coates, one of the hosts of Soundstage on Trojan Vision. Tune in Tuesdays at 5:30 to see me and hear some beautiful music. See you there.
Kennedy. What's the answer?
Excuse me. Hello.
Oh, I'm listening to Soundstage.
Okay.
All right, Kennedy. Looks like it's time for some fan mail. Let's take a look at what the fans have to say.
Let's go.
I'm excited.
What do we have today?
Okay. Let's see. It's for me. Dear Justin, I saw you getting yelled at by your professor in Edinburgh today. How embarrassing. You will never make it in this town. The city of stars will chew you up and spit you out. I liked your outfit, though. Sincerely, your math 125 professor. Well, you know, clearly it wasn't my math professor. I have not taken math yet.
I know that's right.
I am a junior. I have not taken math, and I plan to never take a math.
I'm right there with you.
That
was harsh, though.
Professor, though.
They're really in your business.
I mean, it was right in Edinburgh.
It was in public. That's tough.
Dear Kennedy, yet again, you have ignored my advances. I am deeply in love with you. Yet you turn away time and time again. This is my final request of you. If you feel the same way in your affection for me, wear a pink sweatshirt to the next Soundstage episode. Then I will truly know that we are meant to be together. Love always, your deepest admirer. What are you wearing right now,
It's time for an outfit change.
We could swap.
Oh.
I guess not.
I guess it was just meant to be. Call me.
All right, and now please welcome back Murie.
Hello, everyone. My name's Murie, and the first song I'm gonna play for you guys is called "I'm So Tired of Pretending," and I want you guys to all get in an emotional state where, you know, like throwback to the time where, you know, it's a super busy day and you're really stressed out and you have a bunch of papers to do and you have a bunch of errands to run and there's just no time for anything, but then you run into the person who absolutely broke your heart. And this is what this song is about.
keep holding you. I can't keep covering you back all the time. You forgive me and treat me like trash. I won't put up with that. And I'm so tired of pretending I'm not sad. I'm so tired of pretending I'm not mad to make myself look strong. And I'm so tired of pretending I'm not sad. I'm so tired of pretending I'm not mad to make myself look strong.
Thank you, everyone. This next song that I wrote was about my first love, and I liked this guy. We were on and off. We first started dating actually when I was 12, and then we were on and off for a couple years, just like classic middle school kind of stuff, you know. And then one day my junior year, we went on what he called our first date, and we watched the sunset in Colorado, and for 40 minutes he told me just how much he cherished and adored me. And here's how the rest of that story unfolded. It's called The Sound of Your Heartbeat.
Underneath moonlight in a distant summer's night, I still see your face. I remember those green eyes of yours, 10 minutes late that night to my curfew. Wash
this next song, well, thank you if you're still listening. What a wonderful pleasure it is. You guys get a little tour inside my heart and my story, and I want to thank you guys for that. This next song that I'm going to play is called Best Parts of Me, and a little bit about this song is it's still about the same relationship, and you know, after that all went down with that one boy, it kept on happening over and over and over again, and I kept on finding myself in the same place. And, you know, I didn't realize how draining it was until I got out of the situation. And so this next song is kind of about, like, when you finally get out of that unhealthy or very toxic relationship and you realize just how much it took from you. And yeah, that's Best Parts of Me.
All the best parts of me, consumed by your energy. My Hail Mary before you leave. I can't be myself around you. Same essence but a different form. Only you I vow to fully adore. Your face is many but time is few. You always seem to find me. I gave you everything, my breath, my life, anything. Just leave me alone, stop being selfish. I gave you anything, my breath, my life, everything. Just leave me alone, stop being selfish. You have no place here. Who whispers to you when I reside? Lacking love equates to your change in mind. Only one of us is ever in love. No give to take, but push and shove. I gave you everything, my breath, my life, everything. Just leave me alone, stop being selfish. I gave you anything, my breath, my life, anything. Just leave me alone, stop being selfish. You have no place here.
That was so good. First of all, where can we find you?
You can find me on my Instagram, Murie Cloonan, the @ symbol, then MurieCloonan. Follow me there. Give me a little shout out, you know, hit up my page.
Hey, we'll do. Will you play us out?
Yeah, of course.
Uh,
This last song is kind of like my grungy, a little more one. I've sing it a lot of different styles. But yeah, I'm not going to give you the screamo version, but the first time I wrote this was definitely like a screamo version. And this was after all of the kind of like drama went down, I found myself, you know, sophomore year, just classic college blues. And I was hiding from the sun. I was on my bed, the sun was shining in, and I was like, ugh, anything but the sun right now. And I was like, I'm hiding from the rays. And so that's where I got the name of this song, Hide from the Rays. Also want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in. Big thank you to all the lovely crew here. What a pleasure and a